In this video, I'm going to be testing out Paul Rubens' Floral set, which they sent to me for free. This is not a sponsored video, but this was provided for me to test out. You may have seen a recent video where I talked about having the other set and being a little disappointed that I didn't get the floral set, which was what they originally promised. So they swapped me for this one, which I'm so pleased about because, oh my goodness, I love these colors so much. I think they're just so pretty. And like 95% of the watercolor that I do is florals, so this is perfect for me. So I just wanted to do a little bit of a swatching for you here, and I'll just give you some initial thoughts on this. So this is not an in-depth review. I've just opened this. I spent quite a few minutes like unboxing. An interesting thing about the unboxing was that there were like 3 different wrapper styles, which was kind of unusual. Some were just stickers kind of stuck on the top. One were complete wraparounds where you could push it through one side, and I've never seen that before. Usually when I see these, they're uniform, but whatever, that's only a minor thing. I want to try and swatch these in a way that's going to kind of make sense. So I'm just going to orient this little watercolor swatch card that you do yourself, that they give you with it, in the same direction as this. My water at the ready, a little bit of paper towel. So my question for you is, do you own anything from Paul Rubens? I'm just wetting the top of these, which I think is probably how I'll go on with these. They're in a little spot of trouble. I was actually debating on whether to even make this video. This is permanent lemon yellow, PY3. This is permanent yellow medium, PY65. So I wasn't sure if I was going to make this video, as I said. Reason being, a YouTube artist who I highly respect, Anna Bucciarelli, said that in some Paul Rubens advertising, and maybe you're aware of this if you follow her, she put up a post that in some of their advertising they had, without her permission, used some of her artwork and, to promote one of Paul Rubens' paints, watercolor paints. And not only did she not get permission, it wasn't even, the watercolors used in her painting were not even from Paul Rubens, they were from another brand. She's, I think, never worked with him, I think was the gist of it. And so I was like, gosh, I want to have solidarity with her. I don't know how she feels about the brand right now, but there's a little bit of an update to this, so I'll get to this. So that was Indian Yellow, PY83, and this is Chinese Red, PR254. This is Peach Light, oh, that's Peach Light? This looks to me like a fuchsia. Peach Light, PR146. So, she wrote a post saying that she was, that they stole her art. And I was like, oh gosh, do I even do it? Because I'd already received this at that point, but I hadn't made a video on it. I was like, now do I want to promote Paul Rubens? Because I'm not cool with that. However, I did look in her post. This is Rose Red PV19, and she said that they'd gotten in touch with her and she will update everybody on the situation. I don't know if by the time that I'm filming this, that situation will have been resolved or not. But when I heard that, I thought, okay, at least they're attempting to maybe make it right and talk to her about it. And in the meantime, I'll just make this video because I am actually just super curious to see, like, my own curiosity's gotten the better of me. I am not afraid to admit it. This is Magenta PR122. This is an interesting spot to put this. This is Nickel Yellow PY150. So far, these are super pretty. I'm really glad that I swapped the other one out for this one. These are, every single color I've seen here is beautiful so far and so totally up my alley. A lot of vibrancy and a lot of beauty, I gotta say. Whoever picked out these colors did a really nice job, because one small criticism I have about these like ready picked out palettes is often that their taste is not my taste, if that makes sense. Okay, so now Lavender Violet, I can already tell that this is really pretty. Yeah. So this is PB29, PV3, and PW6. So I think these have all been single pigment colors up until this one. So good, bad, indifferent, you tell me. Does that matter to you? Do you prefer single pigment colors? And if you're a complete beginner, that might not mean much to you, but as you get on with your watercolor journey, you'll find that you may prefer, and other people say that they prefer single pigments because they know what they're gonna get, and they have their own way of mixing and matching to make the perfect colors that they like best. And they can mix it with single pigments and they know what they're getting. And I'm not that person. I'm not that person. I don't go by pigment codes yet. Okay, this is Permanent Violet, PV23. Oh, this is lovely as well. But so far my favorite has been that Lavender Violet that we just did. This is pretty too, PV23. But I have lots of others that look exactly like this. in my collection. Now we're going to Cobalt Blue PB28. So yeah, so that's a bit of the backstory about why I wasn't sure if I should make this or not, but I decided to go ahead in the end because, you know, it's a situation that hopefully they're going to address. I really hope that they do. I'm so sorry. I realized I filmed that whole part and you couldn't see the Cobalt Blue. So here is the Cobalt Blue. Let me just drop another little drop in there for you. Far wetter than I wanted it to be. Sorry. That's my own fault. I was not double checking my framing. The joys of being a YouTuber. Okay, let's swap sides here to do this side. These are gorgeous. I don't know how well they're going to perform like long term, but wow, these colors are totally my jam. Now I made this so wet and so drippy, I'm afraid it's going to spill, so I'm going to just catch some of this Cobalt Blue. So yeah, well, I think that that's not cool, definitely not cool. I'm, I guess, willing to, I don't know if giving them the benefit of the doubt is the right word, but if Anna's saying she'll update us, then that's good enough for me. So who knows? And if I don't like what I see, because I will check back on her page, then maybe I won't even post this video. Okay, so this is French Ultramarine. And I'm kind of doing this a bit of a janky way, people. I am not like spritzing the top. Like in an ideal world, I do a better job. French Ultramarine, very pretty. Sea Blue, PB 15.3. What? Does anybody know what that means? Why is it PB 15.3, or is it? Is that a little typo? Or is it also PB3, like PB 15 and PB3? I don't know. I'm so confused. Okay. Indigo, PV19, PV15, PBK6. So pretty. Yeah, so as I was saying, I don't know. I meant to spritz these and do it that way, but, you know, that's not going to happen. I'm just touching a bit of water to the top of this. Turquoise Light, PB36. Lovely. Super beautiful complementary blues. Unlike my Arctics that had a lot of, was it greens or blues? Had a lot of blues, and all the blues look similar. These ones look quite distinct and quite lovely to me. Permanent Green. And like I said, this is not a sponsored video. I'm not getting paid to say any of these. These are just 100% my own thoughts. Permanent Green, the pigments are PG36, PY3, PY74. Another really pretty one. A little light for what I would typically use, but, you know. Emerald Green Light, PG36. I don't think I'm going to like this. I never do. No, I don't. But it is an emerald color. So that's PG 36 emerald. Little typo there. Emerald, it's supposed to be. Emerald Green Light. Hooker's Green Brilliant. Hooker's Green Brillight. Okay. Nice. Hooker's Green actually typically, and Sap Green are typically my favorite greens. I like this little card, and I like taking the time to paint it. I feel it connects me a bit more to the palette itself. I think it's a nice idea. I'm using my Cotman round size 6 brush, if you're wondering. Yellow Sienna Deep. Oh, did I say what I did? That was Olive Green, PG36, PY12, PR101. Yellow Sienna Deep is a drier color. Like, as you can see, I keep stepping back in there to see if I can get a bit more out of it. So PY42, Yellow Sienna Deep. That's not a color I'd use a lot, personally. It's nice to have it. Cypress Brown Deep, PBR7. This is really nice. Oh, that's really nice. That reminds me actually of Roman Schmal's Van Dyke Brown, which is kind of ironic because there is a Van Dyke Brown here. We'll see. This is Van Dyke Brown PBR7. Now, I always thought Van Dyke Brown was composed of more pigments than that, but what do I know? Oh, that's really nice too. Yeah, that does actually look more like Roman Schmal's. So this reminds me, it does remind me of Roman Schmal's Van Dyke Brown, one of my favorite browns. So good. And finally, Burned Brown. Okay, we'll make sure that this is in the shot. Sorry about that, people. Oh, lovely. Lovely and rich. Glad that there's not a black on here, because if you're doing flowers and trees and botanicals, how often are you really needing black? You're not, I would argue. Wow, there you have it. This is undoubtedly one of the, let's back up here, prettiest sets of colors I've ever had. These to me are lovely. Just based on these swatches, I'm in love. Am I in love with Paul Rubens? I don't know. TBD on that situation. But you know what? This is here. I own it now, and I thought you might be curious to see it. All right, if you know about this situation, how are you feeling about it? Maybe you're appalled by me making this video. Maybe you're willing to refrain from judging till we get the final solution and find out what happened in the end. I don't know. This is actually maybe not even my situation to speak on, but because I was so hesitant to make this video, I just thought I would mention it here. Just in the interest of being kind of open and honest about the situation. All right. I think this is really pretty. I can't wait to paint some stuff with it. What ends up happening, you know, I don't know. I want to hope that they do the right thing and Anna is satisfied with the answer. That's probably my parasocial side coming out as well, which, you know, I tried to be aware of and balance that here, but I don't know. I'm just like you guys, you know. I have my favorite watercolor YouTube artists and I want to support them. The only color I think I don't like here is the yellow sienna deep. Like, I wouldn't imagine myself using that very often. Maybe nor some of these greens, like the emerald green is not really for me, but every single other one I think is lovely. All right, everybody, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.